There was a time when there was little need of roads. Each village could support itself from the land which surrounded it. But when modern cities arose, the ancient trails were no longer enough. They had to build long, hard-surface highways, 13,000 miles in every province of China. Irrigation is an old Chinese art, for the dry soil of China had always to be softened with water. A new type, a Chinese engineer. Sound is heard in far provinces. Locomotives rushing through the night. 9,000 miles of steel rails. Airplanes roaring over fields and mountains in great curves. Thus China begins to change herself into a modern nation. Steel, coal, cotton. This growth of independent Chinese industry provoked alarm across the Yellow Sea. Here a clique of warlords ruled 60 million Japanese. The people living on this cluster of islands were no different than the Chinese. They had the same desires as the Chinese: food, work, peace. But their rulers had different plans. Formosa, 1895, the beginning of Japan's divine mission. Step by step, China, the Philippines next, the Soviet Union, California, perhaps the whole world. Korea, 1910. In Japan, more guns, more shells, more taxes. Manchuria seized in 1931. Arms piling up in Japan. Planes, bombs. Listen to the generals meeting in Tokyo.
This is the hour to advance before the Chinese grow too strong. The Emperor has given his divine approval. The Navy and Army with invincible force will capture the coastal cities. The radio will explain everything to the foreigners. If the Chinese cowards resist, we blow up their cities. Long live the Imperial Army! Long live
ZJ, Radio Tokyo calling. Good evening, friends in America. Once again, we bring you our daily news broadcast. We have received many polite letters from America asking why our divine emperor sends our soldiers and sailors to visit in China. The reply is simple. Our cruisers are steaming up the Yangtze River on a mission of peace. The Chinese women welcomed our Japanese army with flowers. Many beautiful flowers.
No, this isn't Tokyo or some port in Italy or Germany. It's San Francisco. This iron will fall on a Chinese city. The United States ships 54% of war materials that go to Japan. Scrap iron, broken machinery are melted down in Tokyo, and those shells will go into Japanese guns.
We Chinese never wanted war. We still want peace. We must learn to resist.
The Japanese generals have taken enough. Their warships are on our rivers. They rob our factories, our crops. They kill everyone. Will there never be an end?
Yes, it is true. We must endure the years of a hard war. That's why we must forget our old differences. Why should we fight one another? We must defend ourselves against aggression. We must unite. Then we can win.
The flag of the Chinese Republic. One-fifth of mankind under one flag. Actors leave their theaters and play on the street corners. They instruct the audience how to resist the enemy. The campaign to raise money touches every man, woman, and child in the country. The money will buy food, guns, hospitals. It's a fine thing to have your name written down in this book of contributions.
打倒最后一人来保卫国土，请大家捐钱帮助前线战士，把日本帝国主义打出中国去，建立独立的新中国。